Hi everyone, it's Rob Rosenthal here, also known as Short Order Dad, and we got Mother's Day coming up, so let's talk about the mothers in our life. My mother may be the world's greatest mother, okay? I know everybody thinks they've got one, but I know mine is the one, because it says it on the card that I get her for Mother's Day, world's greatest mom. Even so, I gotta say, she was not the world's greatest cook. Let's just say that nobody made a better baked potato, you know what I'm saying? Even when she made spaghetti with tomato sauce, her tomato sauce was ketchup and butter. It wasn't bad, it's just not exactly what you would call tomato sauce. Anyway, let us go out on the street and ask people about what they're planning for Mother's Day, and when we come back to the kitchen, I'm going to show you how to make an extraordinary dish for your very own mom.
Eli, any plans for this coming Mother's Day?
Of course, man. I got to treat my mother like the angel she is.
Got Mother's Day coming up. Any plans for Mother's Day?
Send flowers.
Cool.
Card, something like that.
Right. Will the card say world's best mom?
No.
Okay. Sorry about that. What's the specialty down there in South Texas? What's her thing?
She cooked a little bit of everything, but we were big on comfort food.
And comfort food is what exactly?
Casseroles.
What do you cook? What's your thing? What's your specialty?
Comfort food.
Well, there you go.
Actually, a little bit of everything, but yeah.
Your mother would be proud. What was your favorite dish that your mom made?
Lasagna.
Lasagna. And did she ever do anything that was just a disastrous or food that you hated?
No, that was my dad.
What about Mother's Day coming up? Are there any plans for Mother's Day?
You can ask my husband that.
I ask your husband because he's in charge of the Mother's Day thing?
He's going to be, yeah.
It'll be the responsibility of your husband to treat you as a mother on Mother's Day.
Yeah, it
Because
is.
you, as you told me, are one big mother. Am I right?
I'm one big mother.
Okay, fabulous. All right, have a happy Mother's Day.
All right, so how about for this Mother's Day, you make your mom dinner instead of going out or whatever, and I'm going to make it easy for you. And I've decided to go with lamb. In this case, it's a boneless leg of lamb. Can you make it on the bone? Sure you can, and it's great. This is way easier because there's no bone to deal with. So a boneless leg of lamb. It'll come tied up, which is great, easy. And all you really need is 2 ingredients that you're going to coat the lamb with. And that's it. And one of those ingredients is a Dijon mustard and the other is soy sauce. How much, you say? Half of each. So for example, a half a cup of Dijon and a half a cup of soy. You mix it up just as I have here. And all you really have to do, we're going to drop the lamb in. We're going to give it the mustard and soy on one side. Do not be afraid to get your fingers a little bit messy, right? That's all you want to do. We're going to give it some mustard and soy on the other side. Done. So we have the lamb in the marinade. It already smells great. The only other thing that I would do with this lamb is I would give it plenty of fresh, cracked black pepper. Lamb really takes well to pepper, so don't be afraid to pepper it up on both sides. Now, is that all you need? The answer is yes. But maybe you have some garlic around, and you say, hey, Rob, I like the garlic. So check out the garlic. Because you got this thing all tied up, that's how it comes. There are going to be little pockets. So if you want to make it real easy, throw some garlic, whole cloves, peeled, into the pockets that you find on the lamb. Hey, so another thing is if you really like garlic, right, you can slice it nice and thin, and you could make an incision in the lamb, right, not complicated, and then you can take that garlic and you can put it in the incisions, and you do that 5 or 6 or 7 times. The more garlic you like, the more incisions and garlic you can place. You have garlic, you have black pepper, you have your soy and mustard marinade, and there you go. Your lamb is ready to roast. Now we have the lamb ready to go, and remember, you know, mustard, Dijon mustard is from France, so soy is basically associated with Japanese cooking, so you actually have a Franco-Japanese marinade. You can tell that to your mom. And by the way, speaking of your mom, why not throw a couple of potatoes in there while it's roasting, right? I know that my mother would appreciate a good potato. This is simple. The only thing you're doing with the potatoes is just cutting them so that they're all basically the same size. Why? Because then they'll cook all at basically the same amount of time. Potatoes going into the roasting pan. I like to give them, let's give them just a little touch of olive oil, right? You know that they're going to want some salt. I don't see why pepper is going to hurt as well. And I'll tell you something else. We're going to use rosemary. Rosemary is great for potatoes, and rosemary actually is great with the lamb. Now you could also use thyme if you had it, but let's face it, who has time? Okay, so rosemary, and you see this right here? It's all in the roasting pan, going into the oven at 350. We're gonna keep it there until it hits about 145 to 155 degrees, and then we're gonna come out and taste it. Okay, back in the kitchen, and right out of the oven, we have roast, boneless, leg of lamb and roasted potatoes with rosemary. That leg of lamb was marinated in only 2 ingredients, right? The Dijon mustard and the soy sauce in equal proportion. 350 degrees, 50 to 60 minutes. What you're looking for is an internal temperature of 145 for medium rare, 160 will get you medium. You pull it out a little bit before that, and you end up with this gorgeous looking hunk of meat and some fabulous potatoes on the side. Now, let us see what it is that we've done. Let it rest, by the way, let it rest. Give it 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes to just sit and redistribute. Remember that this was tied up. We'll take off a little bit of the string and just get a sense of what it is that, ooh. Hello, mommy. Check it out. I'll tell you what, your mother's gonna be happy. And here's the thing, with only 2 ingredients, really, it's the short order dad way, the most taste, the fewest ingredients, the least effort. Hey, if you want to know more, check out my book. It's called Short Order Dad. You can get it on Walmart.com. How do you like that? Happy Mother's Day. Remember, life is short. Never waste a meal.